parenting ideas do we have? How were we raised? What would we do the same and what would we do differently? And it was funny because I think
Katherine Heigl has been a household name for years, thanks to her memorable roles on shows like Grey's Anatomy and films like 27 Dresses. But beyond her professional life, the actress is also a devoted mother who, over a decade ago, welcomed a beautiful baby girl into her family through adoption. Now, 15 years later, the adopted daughter has blossomed into a stunning young woman with a bright future ahead of her. Join us as we witness the incredible transformation of this young girl and explore the bond that has kept Katherine and her daughter close, even as they navigate the challenges and joys of parenthood. Nolly Moon entered the world in South Korea in 2009, born in a Seoul hospital. Just a day after her birth, her mother vanished, leaving behind a void. For a month, authorities scoured the city in search of her mother, but the search yielded no answers, and it became painfully clear that she was lost to the winds of fate. With no one to nurture her, the fragile infant was placed in Namsunhwan Orphanage, where she would spend the first 9 months of her life. Those initial months were fraught with challenges, including a critical open-heart surgery due to a congenital condition. Yet unknown to her, a remarkable transformation was on the horizon. Among countless orphans, she would be the one to find a loving family. Her journey took a pivotal turn in 2009 when actress Katherine Heigl and her husband discovered her. At 31, Heigl was a celebrated star, basking in fame and fortune, with Forbes estimating her net worth at $33 million by 2019, while her husband, Josh Kelly, boasted $10 million. South Korea held a deep significance for Heigl, as her sister had been adopted from there 3 years before her own birth. "I envision my family mirroring the one I came from, so I always knew I wanted to adopt from Korea," she revealed. After a heartfelt search, they found Nolly and were instantly captivated, leading them to choose her as their daughter. They swiftly brought her to the United States, where her life took a dramatic turn. From an abandoned infant in an orphanage to a cherished member of a family, destined to be known worldwide and inherit a fortune from her loving parents. Heigl and her husband were overjoyed. This was the arrival of their first child. Yet their happiness soon encountered a hurdle. Nolly seemed unresponsive to the love Heigl showered upon her, leaving the actress feeling despondent and questioning her worth as a mother. Heigl shared an emotional chapter of her life when it appeared that Nolly had a stronger connection with her husband than with her. With her work commitments often pulling her away, Heigl found herself spending more time with triplets on set than nurturing her bond with Nolly. This situation filled her with anxiety, worried that she was missing precious moments and that Nolly might not truly feel attached to her. The breakthrough moment arrived in 2012 during an episode of The View, when Nolly dashed onto the set and enveloped Heigl in a warm embrace. It was a transformative experience that illuminated the deep connection they shared. Furthermore, her husband composed a heartfelt song titled Nolly Moon to convey their love for their daughter. Despite the trials they faced, Nolly became a source of immense joy for Heigl. She reflected, "This girl, the one who made me a mother, the one who infused my life with purpose, meaning, and direction. Endless, eternal love flows from the depths of my soul because of her." In 2012, Heigl and Kelly welcomed their second child, a daughter named Adelaide, into their family through adoption from Louisiana. During a guest appearance on The Tonight Show, Heigl shared with Jay Leno that the journey to adopt Adelaide was a fortunate twist of fate. She recounted how they had originally intended to pursue international adoption once more, but faced numerous obstacles. Adopting from Korea had become quite challenging, and China had a long waiting list, she explained. Fast forward 5 years, and at the age of 39, Heigl experienced a natural pregnancy, leading to the birth of her son Joshua in 2017. Due to his breech position for over a month prior to his arrival, doctors opted for a C-section. Unfortunately, Joshua struggled to breathe immediately after birth, necessitating swift medical intervention to provide him with oxygen. While Heigl was thrilled to embrace motherhood, she often felt daunted and ill-equipped for the demands it brought. Many days she returned home feeling disheartened after missing out on key moments in Joshua's life. The challenge of juggling her career with her responsibilities as a mother proved to be a significant hurdle. Heigl candidly discussed her experiences, which included battling anxiety attacks and stress-related back pain. "People can warn you about the difficulties, but nothing compares to living it," she confessed. Unsure about raising her children in the bustling environment of Los Angeles, the family decided to relocate to a serene ranch in Utah. This change allowed Heigl to engage more actively in her children's lives. Their ranch is a lively haven, filled with 8 dogs, 3 cats, chickens, goats, and horses. The kids thrive in the countryside, enjoying adventures by the river, skipping stones, and tending to the chickens. Heigl cherishes the tranquility and serenity that Utah offers. Katherine Heigl welcomed 1 child through birth and adopted 2 more during her marriage, creating a lively household for Nolly, who became the eldest sibling. By the age of 6, Heigl proudly noted that her daughter was blossoming into a clever and charming young girl, even dubbing her the coolest little person she had ever encountered. It was clear that Nayli held a special place in her mother's heart. November 2022, and Nayli made an appearance on a talk show, this time as an audience member, now a poised 15-year-old. She resides in a stunning $4 million home in Utah, boasting breathtaking mountain views, a stone garden, a greenhouse, cozy bedrooms, and inviting fireplaces. Her lifestyle also includes luxury vehicles, like a $118,000 Range Rover sports car and a $64,000 white Audi Q5. Heigl is committed to ensuring her children experience a grounded upbringing, which is why Nayli doesn't have her own social media presence and is primarily featured on her mother's Instagram. The actress frequently took Nayli to South Korea, immersing her in the culture of her heritage. Additionally, she engaged her in philanthropic efforts. In 2008, Katherine Heigl and her mother Nancy established the Jason DeBoos Heigl Foundation, aiming to fight against animal cruelty and promote welfare in memory of a beloved son and brother. This narrative highlights that true parenthood is defined by the love and care given to a child, rather than merely the act of giving birth. But to know more about Heigl and her adopted child, let's explain her career. Her acting career. At the age of 9, Heigl's journey into the world of modeling began when her aunt, along with her parents, submitted her photos to a modeling agency. Just weeks later, she was signed by Wilhelmina Models as a child model. Almost immediately after joining the agency, she landed her first gig in a magazine advertisement, marking her debut in the modeling industry. During this period, Heigl was earning $75 an hour for her work in catalogs for Sears and Lord & Taylor. Her first appearance in a national television commercial was for Cheerios cereal. Heigl's passion for acting led her to study the craft, and she made her film debut in the 1992 movie That Night. She took on the role of Christina Sebastian in Steven Soderbergh's Depression-era drama King of the Hill, before securing her first leading role in the 1994 comedy My Father the Hero. While juggling her film and modeling commitments, Heigl continued her education at New Canaan High School. However, she made the bold decision to leave school after her sophomore year to fully pursue her Hollywood aspirations. In 1995, she starred in the action thriller Under Siege 2, Dark Territory, directed by Steven Seagal. In this film, Heigl played a 16-year-old named Sarah, who embarks on a train journey through the mountains with her uncle Casey Ryback, Seagal, a former SEAL counter-terrorist expert, to visit her father's grave. Their train is hijacked by mercenaries in Colorado, and Heigl's character is taken hostage. Much of her performance was alongside co-stars Morris Chestnut, Sandra Taylor, and Everett McGill. Despite her growing focus on acting, Heigl continued to model, frequently appearing in magazines like 17. In 1996, she secured the leading role in Disney's television film Wish Upon a Star, where she skillfully portrayed two characters who swap bodies, sharing the screen with Danielle Harris. That same year, Heigl faced personal challenges as her parents went through a divorce and her mother received a cancer diagnosis. Following her high school graduation in 1997, Heigl relocated to a spacious four-bedroom home in Malibu Canyon, California, alongside her mother, who took on the role of her manager. In 1998, she appeared alongside Peter Fonda in the TV movie The Tempest, a reimagining of Shakespeare's classic set against the backdrop of Civil War-era Mississippi. Additionally, she took on a role in the horror flick Bride of Chucky. In 1999, Heigl shifted her focus to the small screen, landing the role of Isabel Evans in the science fiction drama Roswell. This character, an alien-human hybrid, saw her role grow significantly in the show's subsequent seasons. Heigl had auditioned for all three leading female parts, which ultimately went to Shiri Appleby and Majandra Delfino before securing her spot as Isabel. During this time, she became a popular figure in magazines like Life, TV Guide, and Teen, and was featured in FHM and Maxim calendars. She also made it onto FHM annual 100 Sexiest Women in the World list and was highlighted in the Girls of Maxim gallery. In May 2006, Maxim ranked her number 12 on their Hot 100 list, and readers of FHM voted her the 19th sexiest woman in the world. While working on Roswell, Heigl also took on several film projects, including the independent film 100 Girls in 2001 and the horror flick Valentine, which starred David Boreanaz and Denise Richards. In the spring of 2001, Heigl accepted a role in Ground Zero, a television thriller inspired by the best-selling novel The Seventh Power by James Mills, set to air that fall. She portrayed a sharp and socially aware college student who assists in constructing a nuclear device to highlight the urgent need for a shift in national priorities. Unfortunately, the device falls into the hands of a terrorist due to a betrayal by a fellow student. Following the tragic events of September 11, 2001, the film was put on hold as its storyline was deemed inappropriate. It eventually premiered in 2003 under the title Critical Assembly. In the wake of the 9/11 attacks, Heigl also recorded a public service announcement for the American Red Cross to aid in fundraising for the victims. In 2003, Heigl graced the screen in 3 television films, including the chilling horror flick Evil Never Dies, a contemporary twist on the Frankenstein tale alongside Thomas Gibson. She also took on the role of Marty Claridge in Hallmark Entertainment's Love Comes Softly, portraying a young bride journeying westward, and she returned to this character in the sequel, Love's Enduring Promise, the following year. Additionally, Heigl embodied Isabella Linton in MTV modern adaptation of Emily Bronte's classic Wuthering Heights. By October 2003, she was cast alongside Johnny Knoxville in The Ringer, a comedy from the Farrelly brothers that hit theaters in December 2005. Heigl also played Romy in the 2005 television movie Romy and Michelle, In the Beginning, which served as a prequel to the beloved 1997 film Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion. She didn't stay in minor roles for long. In an unexpected twist of fate, something profound happened. Rise to stardom. In 2005, Heigl stepped into a role that would catapult her into the spotlight, portraying the ambitious medical intern doctor Isabel "Izzy" Stevens on ABC's hit medical drama Grey's Anatomy. Originally intended as a mid-season replacement, the series quickly soared in popularity, becoming one of the most watched shows on television. That same year, Heigl also took on the lead in the independent film Side Effects, a romantic comedy that delved into the worlds of marketing and the pharmaceutical industry, where she also served as an executive producer. The following year, her performance on Grey's Anatomy earned her a nomination for the Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress in a Series, Miniseries, or Television Film. Heigl's filmography also includes Zizek's Road, which was filmed in 2004 but didn't see the light of day until 2006, earning the dubious distinction of being the lowest-grossing feature film ever made. In 2007, Heigl experienced a significant breakthrough in her film career with Knocked Up, a comedy directed by Judd Apatow, where she starred alongside Seth Rogen, Paul Rudd, and Leslie Mann. Upon its release in June 2007, the film garnered favorable reviews from critics and became a box office sensation, solidifying its status as a summer romantic comedy favorite. Following the film's success, Heigl's asking price skyrocketed, with the movie raking in $150 million in the U.S. alone, and her earning a salary of $300,000. Vanity Fair even dubbed her Hollywood's new It Girl after this transformative role. On September 16, 2007, Heigl took home the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series, thanks to her memorable portrayal of Izzy Stevens on Grey's Anatomy. During her acceptance speech, she humorously revealed that even her mother doubted her chances of winning. When her name was announced, her shocked reaction of "shit" was promptly censored. Heigl also starred alongside James Marsden in the romantic comedy 27 Dresses, earning a hefty paycheck of $6 million for her role. However, the New York Post voiced some disappointment, suggesting that her talent was somewhat wasted on the film's lighthearted nature, hinting that she might shine brighter under the direction of female filmmakers like Kimberly Pierce or Tamara Jenkins. In 2008, Ask Men named her the most desirable woman, a testament to her appeal. Anne Fletcher, the director of 27 Dresses, praised her as possessing the elusive it factor, stating, "You can't buy it, you can't learn it, you can't create it. It just is." She noted that the industry hadn't seen a talent like Heigl in years, comparing her to iconic stars like Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock. With her beauty, vulnerability, and charm, Heigl captivates audiences effortlessly, making even the smallest gestures mesmerizing. In a widely covered interview with Vanity Fair, Heigl revealed that while she appreciated collaborating with Apatow and Rogen during her time on Knocked Up, she struggled to find enjoyment in the film itself. She described it as a bit sexist, arguing that it portrays women as nagging and serious, while depicting men as charming, silly, and carefree. Apatow and Rogen were reportedly unhappy with Heigl's remarks, with Rogen expressing that he valued their time together and felt hurt by her statements. Heigl's comments sparked significant media attention. There were whispers circulating that Heigl might part ways with Grey's Anatomy following the conclusion of its 5th season. This chatter stemmed from her decision not to put her name forward for Emmy consideration for the prior season. Heigl had voiced her concerns about the direction of her character in the 4th season, criticizing the plot twist involving Izzy's affair with George as merely a ratings ploy designed to be shocking. Additionally, some speculated that her potential exit was linked to her commitment to adapt Carolyn Jessup's book, Escape, into a film. Heigl publicly stated that she chose to skip the Emmy race that year because she believed the material she was given did not merit such recognition. This remark reportedly ruffled the feathers of the show's producers and writers, who saw it as a slight against their efforts. However, Grey's showrunner, Shonda Rhimes, clarified that she was not offended by Heigl's decision to withdraw from the Emmy race, explaining that Heigl's character had been given less screen time that season due to her request for a lighter workload. Despite Heigl's dissatisfaction with the previous season and ongoing rumors about her character's fate, ABC confirmed that she would indeed return for the 6th season of Grey's Anatomy. Heigl shared the screen with Gerard Butler in The Ugly Truth, 2009. The film was produced on a budget of $38 million and went on to gross an impressive $205 million globally. Above all that have happened to Heigl, one person in particular has brought her joy. Meeting her husband. Katherine Heigl, 45, and Josh Kelly, 41, stand out as one of Hollywood's most heartwarming couples. Since tying the knot in 2007, the actress and musician have crafted a beautiful life filled with love and laughter. Whether they are gracing red carpets at glamorous events or enjoying laid-back family outings, their affection for one another is always evident. The couple's journey began in 2005, leading to their engagement in June 2006. They exchanged vows on December 23, 2007, at the picturesque Stein Eriksen Lodge in Park City, Utah, surrounded by friends and fellow stars, including Catherine's Grey's Anatomy co-stars T.R. Knight, Sandra Oh, Ellen Pompeo, and Justin Chambers. The ceremony was officiated by Unitarian minister Tom Goldsmith, and Katherine made her entrance to a song penned by Josh, with both writing heartfelt vows for the occasion. Josh, hailing from Augusta, Georgia, and a graduate of the University of Mississippi, has released a variety of albums throughout his career. His tracks, such as Amazing and Only You, have even made their way onto the Billboard Adult Top 40 chart. He debuted with his independent album Changing Faces in 2001, and soon after signed with Hollywood Records, releasing his first studio album For the Ride Home in 2003. In 2009, Josh joined MCA Nashville, where he launched his first country album, Georgia Clay, in 2011. He has shared the stage with renowned country artists like Miranda Lambert and Lady A. Katherine and Josh's love story began when she appeared in the music video for his hit Only You in 2005. In the video, the stunning actress watches her future husband perform, strumming his guitar from a window across the street. Their connection was instant, leading to a whirlwind romance and engagement just a year later. In a 2023 interview, Katherine revealed that she had made her priorities clear to Josh from the very beginning, emphasizing the significance of marriage and family in her life. About 6 months into our relationship, I felt it was crucial to lay everything on the table. Marriage and starting a family are essential to me, and I also hold adoption close to my heart, she recounted during her conversation with Red Magazine, as reported by Yahoo. If those values don't resonate with you, then we might need to go our separate ways. Fortunately, Josh responded positively, saying, "I'm totally on board with that." When asked if his children have inherited his musical talent, Josh confidently affirmed that they certainly can sing. "Honestly, all three of them have a knack for it, but I'm not going to push them into it," he shared exclusively with Hollywood Life in a 2021 interview. "I make sure they're surrounded by music. If they eventually discover an instrument that speaks to them, I'll fully support that. We aim to immerse them in enjoyable and enriching experiences. I definitely don't want to be that overzealous parent, whatever that stereotype is, but I do hope to inspire them to explore the arts, as it's incredibly beneficial for their development." Philanthropic endeavors. Heigl has collaborated with Best Friends Animal Society on various initiatives, notably their Pup My Ride program, which facilitates the transport of small dogs from high-kill shelters to regions in the U.S. where they are more sought after. To support this cause, she provided a grant to sustain the program for a year. Alongside her mother, Nancy, Heigl founded Heigl's Hounds of Hope, a project under the Jason DeBuse Heigl Foundation. This foundation was established in memory of Heigl's brother, who tragically lost his life in a car accident at the tender age of 15 in 1986. Heigl's Hounds of Hope focuses on rescuing larger dogs with behavioral challenges from high-kill shelters, offering them rehabilitation through training and other necessary adjustments to prepare them for adoption. By 2014, Heigl had welcomed 8 dogs into her own home. In recognition of her commitment to animal welfare, Heigl received the Presidential Service Award from the ASPCA in 2010. The following year, she initiated the I Hate Balls campaign, aimed at promoting the spaying and neutering of pets to protect the lives of countless companion animals. This campaign included a public service announcement featuring Heigl, produced by Funny or Die. In 2012, representing PETA, she signed a letter urging Utah legislators to oppose a law that would criminalize undercover filming in factory farms. That same year, Heigl received accolades from the Congressional Coalition on Adoption Institute, CCAI, for her unwavering dedication to adoption. Additionally, the American Cancer Society recognized her efforts in raising awareness about cancer-related issues, particularly through her heartfelt public support of her mother's battle with the illness. Heigl is a passionate advocate for organ donation, serving as a spokesperson for Donate Life America. Following the tragic loss of her brother Jason, her family made the compassionate decision to donate his organs to those in need of transplants. This profound experience motivated Heigl to become an activist for organ donation, channeling her grief into a powerful call for awareness and action. Leaving rom-com and later career. In 2014, Heigl opened up to Marie Claire magazine about her passion for romantic comedies, expressing her excitement for being part of the genre. However, she acknowledged that she may have overindulged, admitting, "I couldn't say no. There's nothing wrong with them, but maybe I overloaded my audience. I should have done a superhero movie or a psychological thriller." During this time, she began to step away from her typical rom-com roles, exploring romantic dramas, lending her voice to animated characters, diving into dark comedies, and making a return to serious television. Heigl took on the role of a struggling single mother in the romantic drama Jackie and Ryan, 2014, where she starred alongside Ben Barnes. Her character fought to maintain custody of her daughter while navigating a budding romance with a modern-day train hopper. The film had a limited release and was also available through video on demand in the United States. Additionally, she lent her voice to the character Andy, a squirrel, in the animated feature The Nut Job, which premiered on January 17, 2014. She reprised this role in the sequel, The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature, which hit theaters on August 11, 2017. Following that, she portrayed a scorned and envious housewife in the dark comedy Home Sweet Hell 2015, sharing the screen with Patrick Wilson and Jordana Brewster. The film, which had a limited theatrical release and was available on VOD in North America, garnered mostly negative reviews. Variety noted, "Considering how often Heigl has been slammed for not being just another docile, eager-to-please female celebrity, it's hard not to suspect that she might have relished the chance to play an unapologetically ball-busting shrew, a grotesquely exaggerated version of a stereotype she's been assigned many times over." Indeed, Heigl's performance as a coolly model housewife is the only real reason to even consider watching Home Sweet Hell, an otherwise flailing and risible tale of adultery, extortion, and suburban malaise that suggests a poor woman's Gone Girl. Her performance earned her a nomination for a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Actress. In 2015, Heigl took on the lead role in the indie film Jenny's Wedding, which tells the story of a woman who makes the bold decision to marry, only to find her choice of partner causing a rift in her traditional family. To support the film's post-production, an Indiegogo campaign was initiated, and similar to her recent projects, the film was released on VOD and had a limited theatrical run in select areas of the United States. In 2017, she appeared alongside Rosario Dawson and Jeff Stultz in the erotic thriller Unforgettable, where she played a divorced woman who seeks revenge on her ex-husband's new fiancé. This marked her first major release in 3 years, but it received mixed reviews and earned a disappointing $4.7 million during its opening weekend. Despite the lukewarm reception, the Globe and Mail noted that Heigl works hard to add depth to the bitter mother. Her expressions are like an old-fashioned cash register with prices flashing. But she becomes even more captivating as the narrative turns dark and violent, revealing her inner turmoil. Heigl's leading roles in the NBC political drama State of Affairs, 2014-15, and the CBS legal drama Doubt, 2017, were both short-lived, each canceled after just 1 season. However, while State of Affairs had a somewhat better reception, Doubt debuted to what The Hollywood Reporter called tepid ratings, leading CBS to pull the plug after only 2 episodes, subsequently burning off the remaining episodes. Heigl made a triumphant return to television when she joined the cast of the USA Network legal drama Suits, taking on the character of Samantha Wheeler, a new partner at the fictional law firm Zane Specter Litt. She continued to be a part of the show for its concluding 2 seasons. Heigl later took on a prominent role alongside Sarah Chalke and Ben Lawson in the Netflix series Firefly Lane, which premiered in 2021. In addition to acting, Heigl served as an executive producer for the show. The series enjoyed considerable success, leading to its renewal for a 2nd season. That same year, she appeared in the psychological thriller Fear of Rain, directed and written by Castile Landon, featuring a cast that included Harry Connick Jr., Madison Iseman, and Israel Broussard. In December 2020, it was revealed that Heigl would once again take on the dual role of star and executive producer for the limited series Woodhull, where she is set to portray Victoria Woodhull, the first woman to run for the presidency of the United States. In January 2021, during an interview with the Washington Post to promote Firefly Lane, Heigl expressed that she was done apologizing for her past image and criticized the label of difficult that had followed her in the late 2000s and early 2010. She reflected on how this perception may have affected her career trajectory. Her 27 Dresses co-star James Marsden came to her defense, praising her courage and strong convictions, and expressed no surprise at her expanding role in executive production. By September 2021, Heigl publicly supported the IATSE strike, facing backlash for her comments on the challenging working conditions experienced by the crew on Grey's Anatomy, as well as addressing health and safety issues in productions with long hours. In 2022, her former co-star Ellen Pompeo remarked in a podcast that Heigl would be seen as a hero today for her 2009 comments regarding their grueling 17-hour workdays, noting that Heigl was ahead of her time in highlighting the issue, while lamenting how society had labeled her as ungrateful. In the summer of 2023, Heigl and her former co-star Ellen Pompeo reunited at Variety Studio Actors on Actors, where they reflected on their time on Grey's Anatomy and discussed Heigl's departure from the show. Heigl mentioned how she was initially naive about the backlash she faced, saying she had been passionate and vocal about certain issues. In January 2024, Heigl joined her former Grey's Anatomy co-stars Ellen Pompeo, Chandra Wilson, Justin Chambers, and James Pickens Jr. at the 75th Primetime Emmy Awards to present the award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Limited or Anthology Series or Movie. In June 2024, Heigl appeared as a guest on Shannon Doherty's podcast Let's Be Clear with Shannon Doherty, where they discussed how they've both resisted the negative labels placed on them in Hollywood and shared the importance of caring for animals properly. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.